Before, yes, it's working. We are on YouTube right now, which means you guys can watch it later if you want to. I don't like it because I don't like seeing my face and I don't know, I just don't like it. But feel free to do it, guys, for me. And today, the title of this immersion will be Shaking Booties, Any Issue? So yeah, that's it. I hope the guys YouTube enjoy it. Let's just start with the first question. What would you like to represent our country worldwide more than samba and soccer? What would you say, Jefferson? I mean, there's no problem in liking samba or soccer. I just want more.
Okay, I'm going to talk about samba and soccer. I'm going to talk about
Okay.
something uh, different. I have been in Tallinn, Estonia, in a conference, very interesting, about science and technology in a conference. And I knew a lot of guys from around the world, especially from that regions and from Europe. And all the time they talk about bossa nova, about the smooth, the sophisticated sounds of bossa nova. And they told me that this represents the Brazil elegance and the music innovation. It's very interesting because a lot of guys around the world know more bossa nova than the Brazilian guys. And for me, this is amazing, something amazing. In the literature, I think is the same. You have a lot of the Brazilian literature, like Clarice Lispector, Jorge Amado, and so on. And all of them publish in a lot of languages, words, and all of them represented well Brazil. I remember the same when I travel around the world. They used to say, even Paulo Coelho, né? Paulo Coelho, so Paulo Coelho, I think represented part of the Brazilian literature. It's kind of literature that I don't like, but the guys love it, and something very amazing. And the same, it's I think it's about the Brazilian cinema. Né? We have a lot of cinemas with uh, a lot of hours around the world. Uh, that's very interesting. Like the City of God, for example, City of God is interesting. I was there in the United States. Then they discussed a lot about this movie. I remember City of God, and I think all of this can represent or could offer a more holistic representation of our country culture richness. But samba, it's so good. And soccer, I love soccer because I play soccer.
Yeah, okay. That was an interesting answer, Jefferson. What about you, Marcos? What would you say?
Yeah, I confess that I never think about this question, but in my saga to search another job abroad, I can see a lot of people talking about how the companies in the Europe or in United States like to Brazilian people for work because we are very fast and working and maybe can be the custom we have here, the apagar incêndio, we have to work very fast and make a lot of things at the same time. But I can see a lot of people talking about how we are very good working and how they like it to, mainly the TI persons, developers, and the most people that get out for work outside. But I believe I would like to represent more intelligence. Uh, I, I wanted is education, right? But we know that education not so good here. But I believe this the people is more intelligent that the education we have here in Brazil. We know that's uh, so many problems, but I know too that we are so many intelligent for 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 takes everything that we want, and yeah, but so little different. But I believe is you'll be interesting to think it this way.
Yeah, me too. I was about to say it, what you said. So I would choose health because of SUS. I think it's really amazing to have this, even though it has its problems. We know this, but there's a lot of treatment that only exists in SUS, so we would be like dead if it wasn't for it. And then education too. I think we have so great researchers and so I don't know, people working really hard to discover new things to improve the way of work. And actually the workers too, because we put so much effort in things and what we do, and we don't receive enough for it. We know that, but even though we keep working and what more? I mean, music is always a good thing because I think we are so rich in it. We have all the things like everything we can hear for our music, not just about the popular ones, but then when it comes to another ones that use specific instruments, it's really, I don't know, new, and I would like to see, I would like to see that people hear it. And actually, I pretty love funk. I do think it has a lot of potential to be popular because of the rhythm, because of the way people do things, the way they sing, the way they organize concerts. So I think it's a great choice too. I know a lot of people wouldn't agree with me, but yeah, that's my opinion. So let's go to question number two, which is specifically about the video that we saw. Is Anita a good candidate for representing our Cuban music? Why or why not? Sorry for the dog. It's not it's the neighbors. I think you guys can hear it, right? Okay, yeah. What would you say, Marcos? Is her a good person to be the face of Brazil? Of course, not everything, but our music.
Yeah, I believe this, and it's a good candidate for representing or urban music because he is our talent with he's a great how can I say empresario. I don't know. He's representing yourself. He's very interesting. He's very smart. He's looking the in front of about a lot of things. I believe is a good candidate for urban music. I believe yet. Yeah, we have another candidate better to another things, for example, education or I don't know, politics and or a lot of things. But for urban music, I believe this one is a good candidate for it too.
Okay, perfect. What's your opinion, Jefferson?
Yeah, I agree. I don't know almost nothing about Anita. I think I just saw 3 or 4 times Anita, but I have daughters. I have 2 daughters that live in Canada. And sometimes when I go there, I talk with a group of the Brazilian guy, and all of them, oh, what do you think about Anita? I want to see a show from Anita. When Anita is singing in Canada, it's so good, so amazing. A lot of people, because Anita represented uh, the favelas of Brazil. Somebody that come from poor people and now have the power to express our country, how great our country. So in this case, I think it's so good to see somebody like Anita. I think she collaborated a lot with this part of the world wild, and I never saw the video. It's the first time that I saw, and what my impression that she has charisma. I think it's very important the way she talks with properly, and I think she has audience. And Marcus told about she's about the entrepreneurial spirit that have made the Anita a global icon. I think this is very important. Like we had in the past with a lot of singers talk about our favelas and so on. Like, for example, Sergio, I'm trying to remember now, about the samba Sergio, Rodrigo Sergio, I forgot the name now.
Vieira.
No, no, not Sergio
Okay.
Vieira, Sergio. I remember, I'll tell
Okay.
later.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with you too because I don't know, when it takes to music, she always wants to pass something more than just the views, more than just a simple music video. She want to make sure that it will have some Brazilian culture right there. And yes, I think it's a really good, great person. And Jefferson, actually, yesterday she was in Canada. She did a concert in there. And I hope you friends could go there to see, because I
Yeah.
was watching the videos and it seemed really, I don't know, great. The whole structure, the way the concert was organized. And especially with urban music, I think she has the strength to be there to, I don't know, to show how we are powerful. Of course, she doesn't represent all of us, all the women, but somehow it could be associated with we have in here because it's really different the way the funk is produced than the popular music, the international popular music. And actually, because of one second thing too, she's not only focused in the USA all the time. She goes to French. She has a song in French with Daju. She has two songs in Italian with a very popular singer right there. And I think it's great. She had songs in Spanish too, a lot of actually. And I mean, not just focus in English. I think it's really great because it shows that we can be popular anywhere, not just only the USA. And yeah, that's great too. So let's go to the third question. Like hip hop and reggaeton before it, funk in Brazil has been stigmatized for its lyrics about everyday realities, sex, violence, drugs, etc. If it gets international, would the international community judge it the same way that we do? What do you think, Jefferson? Do you think they would judge like we do? They would, I don't know, consider it a crime?
Who is we? You? Not me.
I mean, we as society, because they judge it.
It's
It's
not
not
my
me
case.
too. It's not
Yeah, we
me.
do.
I love it.
Yeah, yeah, we do. Oh, come on, okay. Okay, I'm just kidding. But again, I respect the culture. I don't like hip hop, but I respect it. I listen. I love to speak Spanish, and sometimes I listen a lot about reggaeton from Colombia, Argentina, El Salvador, and so on. It's some kind of music it's very interesting. But I think we cannot stigmatize the lyrics of this kind of guy. You can stigmatize. I think it's very important. You have power of voice about talk about sex, talk about violence, talk about drugs, talk about our favelas, and so on. I think this is very important to show the world that because we have favelas here, but we have almost it's not like favela, but we have in New York. I have a lot of guys homeless and so on in New York. I saw this even in Berlin, I saw this in Berlin, and some rich countries, we can see this. So I think when they express this kind of things, it's very interesting because they can show the words, the culture and the social context where we live. And when you put this in lyrics, for me, it's very good. I think you must to appreciate it and you must to accept it. So just finish. I recognize this as a legitimate expression about the urban reality, not just from Brazil, but from both parts of the world.
Yeah, yeah, me too. And I think the international community wouldn't judge it the same way that we do, especially because, I don't know, when it comes to reggaeton, we hear a lot of culo and then rompeme and then, everything. And they don't care that much about it. Of course, they are judging it too, some way, but it's not really a big deal. And if we go to English, there's a lot of female rappers and male too, singing like a lot of things. I would say that it's more explicit than funk sometimes, because I don't know, when you see some lyrics of Cardi B, for an example, she really talks about it, and she say, "Yeah, that's it."
Uh,
So
uh,
yes,
can I interrupt just with uh,
of
a little
course,
thing?
yes.
What's the difference about funk and hip hop? Can you express, you or Mark? I really don't know. What's the
Yeah,
difference?
hip hop, there is a specific way to sing, and when it comes to the beat, like the funk, it has uh, I don't know how to say how many, uh, 1,000, 100 actually, 130 or 150 beats per minute. So in a minute, there is specific structure for the music in terms of creation. And the lyrics too, the instruments, and then hip hop, it's different the way they sing, it's different the instruments, and sometimes the lyric too. And I think that's what I know, what I'm sure about, because funk it has the way to produce, in order to be funk.
Gabriel Pensador, for example, is hip hop or funk? I don't know.
I don't know him. I don't know a song of him. I'm sorry.
Gabriel
Help
Pensador is
us,
more
Marcos.
happy.
Gabriel from Rio de Janeiro.
Gabriel Pensador is like happy.
Yeah, and hip is totally different.
Happy.
Okay.
Yeah, I really don't know how to explain hip hop. I mean, the structure, I don't know about it. But what do you think, Marcos, about the question and about the difference between funk and hip hop too?
Yeah, I'm thinking about Jefferson said the comparison to funk and hip hop for mainly hip hop the United States because if you take the lyrics hip hop, for example, 50 Cent, Ja Rule, and these guys, the famous guys, the, my dates, minha época, right? And that I listen hip hop is very similar to funk. They talk a lot about drugs, about sex, about racism, about poor, to gain more money, and like they don't like the police, this everything. It's like the funk in the Rio de Janeiro or Brazil, like is a common. And but I believe he is more thinking about the culture, like Jefferson said, the culture here in mainly Rio de Janeiro, the funk is so strong, and we listen funk everywhere. Everybody there are song with funk. And for me, for example, that live here all my life is very common. The funk I like too. I like so much the samba, the hip hop I like too. I like the everything. I listen all the kind of music. But the hip hop and reggaeton is, I believe, it is practically the same. The same way. If you think about the dude, about lyrics, uh, they talk what they have in the hip hop. We talk about funk, the hip hop, and I will say I will tell about the hip hop. Oh man, it's very sexy. About just sex is in the most parts very how can I say, pesado, the hard, the lyrics in the hip hop, and the funk is very easy. The level very easy, right? I believe, man. Uh, the same way to make it subdued is complicated. It's complicated.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you for the informations. That was really interesting. So let's go to the other question. If the music of genre funk goes viral in other countries and get a lot of views and attention from other famous artists, would our social perspective of funk change? Would it be less judged by its lyrics, its concerns, and its artistic movements? That's a really, I don't know, interesting question for me because I think it would if a famous person outside a really, I don't know, let's say a name that it's really common. I don't know, Beyonce, let's suppose Beyonce do with funk. I mean, people in here would say, oh, it's not that bad, right? We can change the lyrics and everything's great. Or if another one like a famous opera singer do something with funk, or if I don't know, some old artist like I don't know a name, Pablo Alborán in España, and then another one in the USA, another in France. I think we would look at it in a different way. Actually, I saw a video a few months ago of Anita saying it because she said a thing in a song called "Girl from Rio." Vai Malandra sings. I mean, if a gringo sings Vai Malandra, everyone here sings too, because when we have the approval of somebody outside, we start to see our music different because it means that it's better. It means that it's important. So I do think if it goes viral outside, we would respect it more. Even in the radio, in the mainstream concerts, the way people are paid singing funk, I think it would change a lot. Sérgio Mendes. Okay, thank you, Jefferson. And what do you think about this question? Do you think our perspective would change or no?
It's a big question. It's a long, it's a long question. I think changes really. International validation often changes local perceptions. If you're talking about something about Brazil, like you told about the Brazilian funk, this can gain a widespread acceptance in international and validated and acclaim abroad and maybe very good for our country to accept it, to accept us there. And I think it's so good. No problem about this. I remember Sergio Mendes the same introduced the samba in the United States. Né? It's very interesting. And then Ivan Lins, né? I was watching an interview with Ivan Lins. It's very interesting. Ivan Lins produced a lot of music that was replicated in the United States, and the big singers of the United States all the time remember Ivan Lins and other big singers of Brazil. In this case, I think it's the answer is yes. International validation often changes local perceptions about Brazil, but It's like a wave, you know. Now I'm gonna have hip hop, you have samba, you have bossa nova, and Michel Teló. I remember when I was in Europe, and everybody, I remember when I was in Barcelona, everybody, oh, Michel Teló, Michel Teló, se te corro, te mato, all the time. It's very interesting.
Yeah, that's really interesting. And I forgot to mention one thing I said about Anita. She has a K-funk too, with a group called TXT. I'm not how to say it, but it's a K-pop with a mix of funk, and it's really great. I love to hear that. I think it's Back for More, the song. And yeah, what's your opinion, Marcus?
Yeah, I agree with you. I believe that would change the opinion about the genre funk if another people, for example, sing like you said, the Malandro, for example. The people can see the music if another way, and no, if he, for example, Anita sing is not so good, but your person more famous or they're more importance for the community or in general artists, the music would be the best for the everyone is like this. I believe this can happen mainly in Brazil. The people is much the, how can I say, it's like a push a sack, right? If now, or these people said this is very good and sing this, so go there, man. Listen, this is very good, but if another people sing the same way, it's not so good. No, take it off this. And I believe this Brazil is really like that.
Yeah, perfect. So the next question asks, how do you feel about listening to explicit content in songs? Does it erase the artistic value of music? What do you think, guys? For me, it doesn't erase anything. I like it a lot. I mean, it can be like an aggressive way. I don't like it when it's I'm gonna kill you. I mean, while I'm doing something to you, I don't like it. But when it's a woman singing, I think it's more, I don't know, creative the way they do and say things. It's not just about, I don't know, fuck, then this and that. They, I don't know, show more for me. And I feel great, honestly. And yeah, that's my answer. What about you, Marcos? How do you feel? Do you like it?
But it's complicated because I have two children, and my oldest they are 14 years, and she like a lot at trap. Trap, we have a lot music that sing very explicit content, and so is we have we talk with her, and so there are some music that you I don't like you listen because very strong, very hard for you. You have only 14, but we know that it's impossible you control 100% this. But is nowadays is much common, very common. You see, listen and music with explicit content in public or, for example, even in TV or everywhere. There's so many parties. Everywhere you can listen this kind of music. But it's complicated. I try no, don't pass this for my children, but I can't control about this, right? When I 18, 19, I listen like funk, for example, was Mr. Catra. In my time was Mr. Catra. Is very what nowadays Mr. Catra is very calming for these people, right? But that it's my opinion.
I think he died, right? Mr. Catra. He's
Yeah,
not alive
died
anymore.
and live 35 years.
How do you write, Marcus? Trap. I don't know. I don't know this. Can you write, please? Please. I will search
Trap,
for this guy. Yeah, trap.
trap is like hip hop for here in Brazil. Is kind of like
In
how can
Portuguese,
I
is trap too?
It's
Yeah,
trap
I'm not
too.
so sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
Ah,
like hip
trap.
hop. Yeah, trap.
Trap is the music from Frank Sinatra. Come on, guy. Trap for me is another word in the past, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
it's the
Yeah,
trap is the music they new young for this generation.
and I like
Yeah.
that too. I think it's great. What
I
about you,
like.
Jefferson? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
what did you say? What you said, Marcus?
No, I like trap too. There are some trap is very nice. I like to. So level is very nice. I like it.
Yeah. And you, Jefferson?
When you talk about all of these, I remember here in Goiânia, I have a lot of friends that they love it Bolsonaro, and they talk all the time about the shows in Rio de Janeiro. You know the singer, no? Who's the singer? That's the last show in Rio de Janeiro, Madonna. And they talk all the time about terrible things. Oh, can you see? Did you, Jefferson? Did you see the show? It's impossible. Madonna, explicit content. I think this is not the it can reflect our society, our reality. And explicit lyric is not so good, it's not convenient for us, for our message, our message, and so on and story. Okay, I respect it. I just watched part of the show, something very interesting. I prefer Lady Gaga, but it was too late. I was too tired to watch the show, but something it's very interesting. But my answer is it's very important to express the context. Is not to raise the article value of the music. I I love to say this all the time because music reflects our society reality. You know, to respect it. You know, no matter the way that you can express this about the lyrics, about the message, about emotions, about the stories, about like the girl said, I shake my ass, and the word love when I shake my ass. Anita told this. I don't know this, but it's okay. If you shake your ass, the guy loves, it's okay. What's the problem? So the answer, I think it may not, it's not offensive. For my case, it's not offensive. And what can you do? I think you must to respect our culture, our values. But
Yeah, yeah.
unfortunately, our society, part of the society, especially the old guys, I'm an old guy, the old guys and the guys from party of this president, they don't like this kind of things. It's something that okay. It's again against gays, lesbian, and so on, especially in music.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. So guys, we have just a couple of minutes. So I'm going to ask you to choose a question to answer. It can be question number 6, 7, 8, or 9. I am going to choose for me question number 7, which is why funk male artists don't dance too much in music videos. Does the public enjoy the most when there are only girls dancing and moving their body with sensuality? I'm choosing this question because yeah, that's really, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know about selling. I don't know about earning money in music videos, but it's really complicated because when it comes to a female singer, she has to dance and to sing and to look beautiful and to do things with the face and then to make choreography, it has to make sense. But then when it's a male artist, when it comes to funk and urban music too, they just do things with their hands. And then there's a lot of girls here dancing and shaking and showing things. And I think, I mean, there's no problem if you don't dance or if you don't like to dance. But I think sometimes I think they don't even try to do creative things because when it comes to funk, it's not something that you're going to sit and say, you have to move your body, you have to show the energy of the music. And I think, I mean, it can be related to sexism, to masculinity, the way we see men. Men cannot dance because it's a man. They're not supposed to move their body. Only girls can do it. And if a man are sensual or dance or show new things, it can mean, I don't know, he's gay, he like guys, he's into things that, I mean, when we see a man shaking his ass, we think, oh, he don't like girls. He doesn't like girls because I don't know, he shake his ass this way, and yeah, it's just a gay thing, and that's really problematic for me. But what question are you choosing, Jefferson, to answer?
I don't know. You were talking about shaking booties. Maybe. Okay.
Actually, question number 7.
7.
Yeah, but you can choose another one.
Okay, okay, no, no problem. Just to read again. Why don't May Funk? Okay, okay. Let me think about. I think that this couldn't be due to traditional gender roles, especially in Brazil, no? Where I live, no? Where I live, and it may be part of the expectation, the music industry too. I think the music industry too now love to monetize, to earn money. It's very common. I used to watch a lot of movies about singers, and I remember all of them. Elvis, for example, some kinds of music, the entrepreneurship or the enterprise. They used to say you can't sing this music, you must think about the public, if it's okay to sell the lyrics and earn money, it's okay. And I think it's the same with this kind of thing about gender. And about female dancer that you told, I think it's the same. If you female often attractions sometimes can contradict the societal norms. Societal, as you said, emphasize female sensuality and so on. I don't know the name of. I think it's Pablo Vittar, né? Something
Yeah,
like this. No, no, no. What's the problem? But I think the point, and when you only do kind of music, it's no matter female or other about gender and so on, but just to earn money. I really don't like this. I think the music supposed to express the culture, the the culture, the movement of our society. Like Anita told something that something very interesting. I born in favela. I support poor people, and my music is to give voice of this part of our society. I don't know the lyrics of Anita, but I listen something very interesting.
yeah, that was a great answer. Marcos, what question are you choosing?
Yeah, but I like the number 7 that you answered because it's interesting, but I believe it is depend the kind of music, not the music, but kind of one example. For example, Léo Santana, man, she dancing a lot. She's very nice. The music I like. I dancing in the gym sometimes if my friends like to. And for them, we have a lot other examples like old groups like Menudos and so many groups with boys with males that's dancing. Nowadays, not so common because I believe the public, I believe they changed a little, and this make it this for the marketing. I don't know, for depending. I don't know what's the public is getting with target to to how can I say to came for you consuming your products that is this music, this kind of music, and I believe no problem the mainly in dance, but it's depending the kind of music, depend the styles. This is what I want to say, the styles of the music, and it's not this. I believe there is more common the girls dancing because the public like the, for example, Anita is very beautiful, sensual in dancing. Is I like uh, more parts the public like, not just men, but human like too. The see Anita dancing is very common, and I believe this, man. I not so nowadays not so the preconcept or something about that. We know that some preconcept in some part of people, but this more part is more take it easy with this. I believe that.
Yeah, that was a great answer. And I was just searching for something in my mind. And we do have some artists like Livinho, he dances, MC Livinho, and then Thiago Pantaleão too. He is a
Yeah.
really great dancer, and I like him actually. My crush, just something. And yeah, that was a great answer. And we have some minutes. So let's do question number 8 really quickly. What funk artists, you can choose another artist too, a Brazilian one, should join NITA and try to internationalize their career? Who in our country has potential to be a great singer worldwide? Starting by you, Jefferson. Who do you think it's really great to be outside?
Now, I think you told everything. I listened my daughters talk about Ludmilla, and you told about, for example, Pablo Vittar, MC, Aoki, and
But it can be another one. It doesn't need to be a funk artist.
Kevin, and so on. A lot of guys. I think all of them have potential to internationalize their career because they have something unique that the Brazilian guys has. It's energetic performance, né? And so good. All of them are so good in a show, in presentation and talking and elegance and charisma. I think it's charisma, like you told, it's very important. Just to finish, all of them with a lot of versatility, eh? And this make the Brazilian singers are marked internationally. It's so good for Brazilian. Come on, let's let's show to the world what we have, eh, to present.
Yeah, that was a really great answer, actually. I wasn't expecting for it. But thank you, Jefferson. Now you, Marcos.
I remember a few time ago, Ludmilla tried to lance a career international, but I believe it don't take it. The people don't get it. For talking to me for myself, I I don't believe she's go to the international to make success. That's not so good the music she tried to uh, share with the public, and I don't know who can make success worldwide, but I remember Ludmilla try and Não pegou.
Yeah, that's right. And yeah, with Sertanejo, we have a lot of potential too, but I wouldn't like it, honestly. I'm sorry, guys, but I don't support it. They have so much power. And here, they are so famous. They make a lot of money, and they can be just here. And yeah, I know they do have potential, honestly, but I don't support them, and that's my answer.
You have prejudice against our
Yes, I
singers
do. I
from
do. I
Goiânia.
confess I do.
That's my problem.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, Ludmilla had one famous song outside. It was recent, I guess, but it was just one. It's called No Se Ve in Spanish. And that was really, really famous, but that was just one song. And I think it's hard to make this process of getting an international public. But yeah, I don't know who else. I think Jefferson answers is mine. I really like his answers, and that's it. So, guys, I would like to just thank you for coming today. That was a really great conversation. Um, and I hope you guys can start to listen to funk more, especially you, Jefferson. I know you can, I don't know, relate to it, to be with your daughters and to just have fun, okay?
Okay.
You can
I have
try.
no prejudice. I have no prejudice. I can listen for 50 minutes. Okay.
I can't do it with Saturnasia, honestly, I can't. But yeah,
Okay. Me too.
yeah.
Sertanejo, I like sertanejo because my mother live in Minas Gerais, and
Yeah.
I go there for once a years, and I ever listen, and I like to.
And
Yeah.
you, Max, imagine that I live in Goiânia. Where
Imagine
I
me.
live here is full of certain singers.
Yeah,
Where I live here,
all
the
the
condo where
place
I
in
live.
Goiânia listen the sertanejo.
Yeah.
And I was from Minas and now I live in Goiânia. I mean, yeah, there's no
What can you
selection.
do? Nobody's perfect.
Yeah. So guys, good night. We have to go now. Bye bye.
Bye
Bye
bye,
bye.
guys.